So you've decided to come to United States for fall 2025, whether it is for masters or bachelors. Here is the entire ultimate timeline that you need to follow if you want to come to United States for next fall, which is fall 2025. Let's go. If you're new to my channel, my name is Yudi and I was an international student just like you. And right now I'm a senior product manager for a fintech startup company. And on this channel, we talk about everything related to coming to United States for your education, for bachelor's or master's, building a successful career. All right. So right now we are in August 2024 and we're going to plan the timeline from this August to next August. So I'm going to go as detailed as I can. But of course, remember, this is just a timeline. Each month, I'm going to release a video for details of every single thing that I'm going to talk about in the timeline. So subscribe if you haven't already, and also click that notification so you get notified. All right, we are in August right now, and this is the prime time when you want to work on your entrance exam. Now, I know there are some universities who have waived off GRE, but there are many universities who still require GRE. So it is an entrance exam which you do have to give. So one is GRE, and then second test are English proficiency test, which every single university does require because they want to make sure that you can communicate and speak English. So the English tests are TOEFL, IELTS, Duolingo. Depending on which university you want to go, pick one of those and then go for it. Again, I'll make separate videos on how to crack those and how to prep for it coming very soon. So wait for that. While you are giving those exams and preparing for this exam, August is also the month when you want to start reaching out to the people you are going to get LORs, letter of recommendation. So here's something that you have to do when you are doing college application, university application. You will need 2 or 3 letter of recommendations for applying to United States and in the universities. In this letter of recommendation, essentially the person has to tell how did they know you and what are your accomplishments and why would they recommend the university you as a good student. Now, this is something you want to get it from your professor, from your manager if you have a work experience. So keep a balance, and some universities will specify that you need to have one professor, one academic, one work professional if you have work experience. So you want to start thinking about who are you going to get it from. Again, I'll make a separate video on this topic as well, but you want to start thinking about it in this month. There's another thing that you want to also do during August and September is you want to work on some research paper if you already don't have one, because again, having a research paper is a nice boost to your overall application. If you don't have a research paper or you don't have any interest in it, might be time to work on some creative projects, because again, having some multiple projects under your belt will enhance your overall application. So August and September, even October is the 3 months where you can work on research papers and creative projects, which you can put it in your application. All right, September is the prime time you want to do a lot of introspection. What I mean by that. So if you are coming to United States, you want to have a crystal clear clarity on what job role that you want to do after you finish your master's. So for example, if you came to United States, you finished your master's, what is the job role that you're going to be working at the company? Do you know that? Most people don't know that. Most people have a vague idea about it. Some people think that they just choose MIS because it's a tech management. But what in tech management do you want to do? Business analyst, data analyst, product management, program management, project management. There is so many things that you could be doing. This is the time that you want to think about clarity. Like, what is that job role that you want to work on? Because everything ties to that. So let's say you want to become a product manager. Okay, sweet. Now you know that you want to become a product manager. Now you want to think about what are the different master's program that will get you that role. So for example, engineering management will get you that, MEM, MIS, technology management. All of these programs will get you that. Okay. Now you choose which are the universities which has best programs like this, MEMs or MIS or technology management. Then you start creating the list of universities you want to apply to. But you what people do is they start with the university, then they see if they have the program, then they see that program can make them a product manager or not. That's a wrong approach. You want to start opposite direction. September is the time when you want to do deep thinking like that. You want to reach out, you want to do research on this, you want to reach out to the existing people who are doing product management or program management and ask them what did they do, and then start creating the list of 10 to 12 universities that you will be applying to. So you want to split this list into 3 categories. Safe, which means you know for sure you will get an admit from this university. So this is a typically safe list. 3 to 4 universities you want to have in this. Then you have 3 to 4 universities in the moderate list. Like, I think it's a little tough, but I know there's a very good possibility. And then there comes a ambitious list. There's that you want to have 3 universities which are ambitious. For example, you know for sure that MIT, Harvard might not be my thing. So that is out of your bucket, but maybe Cornell might be thing, Georgia Tech or Duke or Dartmouth. Maybe you think that it is hard, but I think I might get it. So that becomes an ambitious list. So you want to create the list of 10 to 12 universities and split it into 3 categories. So now you have a crystal clear clarity what program, which university, and what role you are going to get after. And again, all of this is going to be very helpful. So you want to do this in September. One other thing that you want to do is create a giant master spreadsheet. Again, I'll put the template in the description. You can go and download it for free. This is one of the example where you want to do your deep research about these all universities, right? Like I mentioned, what are the fees, what are the careers, what are the alumni, and all of this, put it in the spreadsheet because it will help you rank your options once you start getting admits from it and even narrow it down. So this is something that you want to do in the month of September because again, next months are when you're going to start applying for it. So create this giant spreadsheet which you use it for every single thing of moving forward. Here's another thing that you want to start doing. Most people do this after they are starting to get admit, and I don't want you to make that mistake. In month of September, October, when you are narrowing down your list, you want to start reaching out. So if you have a list of 10 to 12 universities, from every single university, you want to reach out to at least 10 to 20 people, your seniors and your alumni. So keep them in a separate bucket in your spreadsheet. Someone who's studying right now, someone who's already graduate, 10 seniors, 10 alumni. Now, to get actual response from 10 people, you might have to reach out to 50 people and then it will narrow down. So you want to do this while you are doing the research, not when you got the admit, because when you get the admit, you already want to have build a relationship. So that way you tell them that, hey, I got the admit, now I need your help in helping me make a decision. When you go through the process, you will be using your seniors along the way. Now comes October. This is when you want to focus on SOP. SOPs is basically statement of purpose, and there is an art that how you write your SOPs. Some universities says that you can only have 1.5 page, you can only have 1500 words, you can only have so many characters, and so on and so forth. Some universities will also have different essays. So if you're going for MEM programs, there are different universities like Duke, Dartmouth, and all of these. They have different essays, personal essays that you have to write, and all of these essays. This is the time, October. Spend that entire weekends and days that you want to iterate over your statement of purpose. This video is not about how to write one. I'll talk about it in a separate video. One another thing that you want to do in month of October is that while you are working on your SOP, you can actually, like we said in the month of September, that you've built a relationship, reach out to the seniors. You can get the reviews from your seniors as well. And again, we will do deep dive in the separate video, but this is also when you want to reach out to the seniors to maybe ask them like, hey, can you review my SOP? Can you share your SOP to see and get some inspiration from it? Don't copy paste it. Now comes November and December. This is when the rolling admission starts. So what does rolling admission means? First come, first serve. Some universities do pure rolling admissions, meaning if you applied, you are the first one, they give you the admit, you got the admit. Great. This is also the key of getting scholarships. please understand this. The early applicants, the early birds get the worm. It is true when it comes to college university application. If you apply early, if you get an admit early, there is a high chances of you getting a scholarship. If you apply late in January, February, it's less likely, because people who applied early, they already have an admit. They also got the scholarship because university wants you. So you have to think about from university perspective. They have a target. We want at least 50 students in this batch, in computer science batch. Okay, we got 100 people. We're gonna at least give out the acceptance to 80 students, because some of them will not choose us, because you have 10 universities. You're not gonna, if you get admit from 10, you're gonna only go to one, right? So same thing, university is also thinking that we're gonna give to 80. Not everyone is gonna come to us. But what if we give 30 of them a scholarship? And because you have a scholarship, there is a high chances that you will choose them. So from university perspective, they also want to secure you as you want to secure the admission and scholarship. So applying early is the key, November, December is the time when the early applications and rolling admission starts. This is when you want to start applying for it. So November and December are gone. Now comes January and February. This is the time when, if you haven't already applied, then you might be also applying. But this is the time when you are like waiting. But I say it's not a waiting time, because you know you will get admit. That I'm pretty sure, because you're watching my videos. So anyway, so this is the time when you want to start researching money part, because again, essentially you might have researched this in the September, when we were talking about September, that you're making that spreadsheet and there should be a column about fees, and obviously you might have a budget and all of that. Again, we will make a separate video for this, but at this point of time, you want to start researching your options for loans. If you are planning to take loan, if you are someone who has the loan money, then you don't have to worry about it. But you want to start thinking about, okay, loan options. What are different lenders available in the market? What is it that you want to look for from the lender? Interest rate, and what are the benefits and add-ons and services and all of that. You want to start researching that in the month of January and February while you wait for admissions to come in. Now comes March. This is the time when you will start getting admits. And this is also the time I typically do meetups in India. So hopefully you get to meet me and ask me which university should you go. But anyway, this is when you will start getting admits from your dream universities. Some you will be sad because you didn't get admits, and some you will be extremely happy because you did get admit from the university that you really wanted to go to. But essentially, this is when you will get admits and you will start figuring out. This is where we will go back to the spreadsheet, because you've already prioritized, you already know which university is from your top 10 list, number 1, number 2. If you got number 1, no thinking at all. And this is also when the time when you will start to doubt your own prioritization, because you are like, oh, I didn't think that I would get admit from Dartmouth. Now, should I go to Dartmouth or should I go to Purdue? This will happen, and it's totally normal. But this is when you will get admits and you want to start thinking about which university should you really pick. And this is when you want to start networking. Ideally, you are doing all this networking throughout the time, because when you're researching about the universities, you don't want to reach out to the people after you've gotten the admit. You want to start talking to them even before. So month of September, October, November, when you're starting to apply, like start reaching out to people, because you might even want to reach out to some of the seniors to review your SOP and all of that. Now, this is also when you will have to start paying some admission deposit fees to secure your seat, because some universities will say like, hey, we have given you have 7 days. In these 7 days, you have to secure admissions. For that, you have to pay $200, $300, $500, whatever that amount is. So this is why all the research, probably so far, you will be very crystal clear. Hopefully you don't have to pay to 3-4 universities and lose that money. Only one, and you are good to go. Now comes the April. By this time, you will have received all your admits, hopefully. And because you have received all the admits, you also have a decision that, okay, I'm going to go to this universities. And at this point, you will start requesting for I-20, because you need the I-20. I-20 is in a way an admission document, a visa document that you require to travel and book a visa appointment. You will obviously have a visa letter, like admission letter in your email, but this is separate from admission letter. Okay, so you will request that. Now, once you have that, you will be paying deposits and all of that, you will start to look for slots. April, May, June, July is the prime time when you want to start looking for your F1 visa slots. May is the typical month when a lot of F1 visa interviews happen. But you can, if you are early in the game, you can get it done earlier. Again, in month of April and May, this is when you will be filling out your DS-160, which is visa filling. So you'll have to book a visa appointment for your F1 visa. For that, you need DS-160. After that, you have to go to Travel Docs, US Travel Docs, and book the appointment. And you have to pay the service fee. Once you do that, you can actually book an appointment, look for a slot that works for you. And in the month of May, this is when you will be preparing. Again, I have a course for it. If you want to check it out, again, no pressure. You can check it out. It's with the visa officer. This is also where you will be joining a lot of WhatsApp groups and Telegrams groups. On that note, I also have a fall 2025 group and a spring 2025 group. If you want to join, just comment and I'll send you the link. All right, ideally month of May, you are done with your visa. But again, it is uncertain because every year, there is some slot challenges that people don't get enough slots, and maybe you got refusal and you want to look for another slot and all of that. So it carry forwards to month of June. But if you are my audience, you are very smart and you probably got your visa approved by month of May. Now comes the month of June when you are done with visa, you have an approval, you're working on, there is all logistics things that you want to take care of, which is, immunization, which is getting all your document submissions and creating once you get all of this done, you will have your student ID, you will create your ID and log in into your university portal, start looking for on-campus jobs and all of that. Now, I just want to take a little step back. I didn't specify this, but ideally in month of March, April, May, I want you to take my ultimate US course. I know I'm promoting my course, but even if you don't take it, what I teach in that course is understand how internship timeline works, understand how job market works, and start getting ready for as soon as you land, you will have to start applying for internships. And as soon as you start to apply for internship, you want to understand how to build your resume, how to build your LinkedIn, and how to do connection request and all of this. So that is basically what I teach, along with the logistic things as well, how to do F1 visa and all of that. But essentially from month of March, once you start getting admit, you want to, and you have made a decision that I'm going, you have March, April, May, June, July, August, 6 months to prepare for your resume, LinkedIn, online portfolio, connections and cold emails and all of that. So don't wait on the day you land and you'll start working on it. Do it from the month of March, April, May. I didn't say it because again, I wanted to save it, but do that. Okay. Now June and July is also the month when you will start trying to find your roommates. You will start figuring out who your roommates are, and this is the prime time. Please bond with your roommate. Please interview them. And when I say interview them, you don't have to do a formal interview, but essentially try to understand, because roommates can make and break your entire master's experience. You want to choose the roommate who aligns with your vision, who aligns with your ideology. If you are someone who doesn't like to party, does this person like to party? You want to find out all of this before making a decision of roommate. You will also start to look for accommodations in month of July, especially month of July, because you will be flying in August. So this is when you will be booking your tickets. You will be looking for accommodations. You will be doing all fine tuning, packing, shopping and fun. You'll be emotional. You'll be meeting your family and relatives. You'll go on trips. And if you're working, this is probably the month you will be quitting. So you'll enjoy that quitting phase and all of that. So this is when that will happen. And then comes the August, which is the time when you will be flying. This is the month when a lot of people are flying right now. So hopefully you fly. And also remember, like I said, August is also the month when the internship season starts. So this means that you will be landing and you will see that some people have gotten interview calls and you are like, oh no, I don't even know that this was happening. So that's why you're my audience. Make me proud. Start from the month of March, April, and don't wait for it. Again, check out my course. Link will be in the description. Even if you don't buy it, watch all of my videos, watch my podcast, all of it is available. So that is the ultimate timeline. What you need to do when, again, I'll make detailed videos about each different phases and each different month. Please let me know in the comment section what specifically would you like to learn in detail. I will make videos on that and give it to you for absolutely free. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, keep smiling and keep hustling. You gotta hustle every single day. Consider joining my newsletter and also my WhatsApp group. Links are in the description. Bye.